And we're live. Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XIV, Sorin's Journey. Beginning patch 4.2 today, and probably finishing it, I imagine. Oh, the wrong class. We were Red Mage. There we go. That's better. So, last time, we continued helping Nanamo out with figuring out how she could help Ala Mhigo and the refugees in a way that would still benefit her own people. And other than a slight hiccup when the Qalyana tried to summon, well, they didn't try, they did summon Lakshmi inside the royal palace, but me and Sorin and Arenvold were there to deal with the problem. And then at the very end, Nanamo released Raubahn from his duties to her, leaving him free to join his own people in Ala Mhigo again. But I'm sure new adventures await. Let's go and see what the story has next for us. The cutscenes at the end of last time seem to imply very strongly, well, we're going back to Doma. Or at least Qalyana. At least how are things? Any changes since last time I was here? Sorin, great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. Oh? The Council has officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army. I expect you can guess who's been appointed commander. Suffice it to say, we're in good hand. I'm guessing that's Raubahn then. Having the Bull of Ala Mhigo at the helm's done wonders for morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made. And we have you and the Sultana to thank for it. If you two hadn't worked your magic, he'd never have contemplated the following his heart. Oh, excuse me, I tried having some honey before stream this time, but my honey is crystallized a little bit, so it didn't go down as smoothly as it should have. Council has decreed we're to maintain a presence at Ralka's Reach. Lisa will continue to lead our forces into fringes. Job she's been doing tirelessly. A bit too tirelessly, some might say. We're constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. That's an exaggeration. I always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now. Not after our latest brush with Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping a close eye on the Qalyana, and it looks like they've chosen a new leader. It's, Shanti's daughter. You know, the half-dead one. For whatever reason, the Qalyana thought she was the best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. Oh, yeah. The one Lakshmi brought back, but only as a body. As things stand, there's no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Fordola. She still won't meet my gaze, but she's given up trying to ignore me. It may only be the odd grunt, but at least she's responding. I'll get through to her yet. Sounds like everything's on the up and up. Sorin, there you are. Alphino? Alize? How have you two been? Alphino, Alize, is everything alright? We've received word from Tatar. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that she didn't say, only that we should come to Qalyana right away. I had a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Alize is determined to make it a party of three. I don't see why not. It's been a while since we've been out together. As I've told you more than a half-dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed. I would benefit from some fresh air. Besides, you may well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister. I have quite given up trying to convince you. Whether we be two or three, we should depart as soon as possible. You will be joining us, I trust. Oh, of course. Be glad to see Tatar again. I was about to say I'd come to you, but I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured, should this business prove to be of even tangential excuse me, tangential concern to Ala Mhigo. We shall inform you without delay. Let us be off then. Hancock and Tataru await us at the Ruby Bazaar offices. Right. We'll see you around then, Lise. Well, at least everything here sounds like it's in good hands. Let's go and check in with Tataru and Hancock. I wonder what could be going on. I don't know if I should be hoping or not that it's good news. Possibly news from Doma? Hopefully the Empire's leaving things alone. What? It's... Oh. Sorry, okay. Sorry, now I miss... My brain turned around two of the words in your... what you said, and I thought I read, glad to see it's still a no screen again. Oh, that had me in a panic for a wee bit. Have I been doing this whole thing so far without... Oh, okay. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the heart attack. Hello again, sir. Greetings, honored sir. May I show you in? We all make typing mistakes. Oh, this is Lady Yugiri. And his name? Have I forgotten his name?
Thank you for coming at such short notice.
Right, no, I can remember. No,
We were told the matter was urgent.
Sorin.
I take it
how did I forget
Sorin
Sorin?
are also involved.
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
I forget his name.
Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
I remembered Sorbon's name up until the point he showed up on screen again, and then my brain just kind of goes, no, you don't need this knowledge.
Of course, of course.
Right. Straight to business.
Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Qalyana embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months.
Okay, something is going on with the Empire.
So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor.
What kind of rumor?
Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Qalyana to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual.
Care to clarify?
The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
Yotsuyu? She survived?
I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her.
We all did.
We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Qalyans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu.
I guess from the fact you called us here from Gyr Abania means that you found something else to it.
But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu?
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Indeed.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
But if they did survive, what are they doing together?
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them.
I suppose that's another point. Whatever the reason, the Empire's on the move again.
I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Of course. If nothing else, we have to find Gosetsu again, if there's any chance he survived.
Thank you. If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear.
Right.
Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not. But I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garlean's movements, and more besides.
That sounds promising. Oh, something about the way Hancock says it. I don't know how much I can trust him. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamachi. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, you know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. Thank you, Sorin. I'll give Sorin a hand. If he's providing us a ship, the least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado then, let us seek out this informant in Sanjo Hanamachi. Right. How long's it been since the last time we went searching for Gosetsu around the streets of Kugane? I suppose if I'm going to be around Kugane, perhaps it's best... Oh. Update. Why is the gear set not updated? Might as well dress the part. In retrospect, using the Aephorite network would have been a better idea. It's not too late to make use of it. Sanjo Hanamachi. I do have to admit to sharing Alize's uncertainty about this informant. Are we early? You have had dealings with informants in the city, have you not? Perchance you are already acquainted with this one. Perchance? Given the Empire's movements, it seems highly probable that Gosetsu and Yotsuyu were indeed in Kugane. Yet, I can offer no explanation as to why they should be together. That is what I'm curious about. So I guess we're waiting? This should be the place. Now we wait and see who comes. Just waiting then. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, yes, a long while indeed. That... Could it be... Kyoto? I knew it. Kyoto, any funny business and you know what will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and the finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I've half a mind to call Lise. No Lise, I beg you, no boots. I will tell you everything I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yotsuyu, high and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, they did, promising rich rewards for the decisive information. And you have decisive information. Were the two individuals cited here indeed Gosetsu and Yotsu? Alas, see them with my own eyes, I did not. But the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here is something they do not know. A rumor which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rogadin samurai appeared on Kogane Dori with a beauteous maiden and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. Gosetsu sold his sword? Well, that is interesting. Assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Now why would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I'd think he'd lend you money. He will help you, I'm certain. While you speak of him, I will make contact with my guardian connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure. But is it wise to let the Namazu out of our sight? Wise, no, but I don't know if we have a choice. No other choice but this, and a fine choice it is. I am adept at gathering information. It is so much more efficient to share the work. He's right. Given the urgency, we would do well to split up. And so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes, we will go together, and there will be no boots. Let's see about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. Oh. Sorin and Tataru said they were both waiting at the dock, so sounds like as good a rendezvous as any. I believe Alize has her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? Indeed. Greeting. It takes this long to be able to learn how to greet people. It is not strange that we should be compelled to turn to one who betrayed both you and Gosetsu to the Empire. I would say the fates made mock of us, had I not met Hancock. He should be safe in Alize's hands, at least. Ready to head off now? Everything in order? Then let us proceed to Kogane Dori and find the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Okay. All we need is for Lady Ugiri to get a look at the sword. Is this the guy, Alphino? Simply utter the word pawnbroker and a score of them gather around you. Finding our man may not be quite as simple as I thought. Right. Yeah, Devon does seem busy. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Oh, a Rogadin samurai and a maiden. Never seen him. Now, if you don't have any business with me, make way for someone who does. Oh, I guess not. You, Gary? Any success? I have yet to identify the pawnbroker in question. Have your inquiries proven any more fruitful? Unfortunately, I can't say they have. Excuse me, sir. Welcome, good sir, welcome. Will you be buying, or... I'm actually looking for some people, and a particular sword. Ah, so you have heard tell of the Rogadin Samurai's katana. Small wonder. It is a fine example of its kind. One moment. Oh. Dare I hope you have found our pawnbroker? I believe so. This looks like it. You, Gary? Excellent work, Sorin. And that is the katana? There can be no doubt. It is Gosetsu's blade. Oh, The craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you will be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it is priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. This blade represents conclusive proof of Gosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing his safe return. Yet it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I got some money sitting around. I'm sure Gosetsu would be pleased to see his sword again. Nay, my friend. Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Gosetsu is alive and well. You, Gary, wait. The Scions will buy the katana. I pray consider it a gift. Master Alphino, your kindness is touching, truly, yet in matters of coin, would Mistress Tataru not expect to be consulted? Come now, our friend would never have relinquished his blade were the need not great. And are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are, and I'm sure that Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. It's settled then. You have made a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you would be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. We sure we shouldn't be consulting Tataru, Alphino? I mean, if it was coming out of my personal pocket, it wouldn't be a problem, but just felt a chill run up my spine. Oh. You sure we don't want to consult Tataru? If I may ask, sir, after he visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He is our friend, and we would return his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you say? I see. Well, then, I suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided him with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamouring for dango. I duly recommended those served at the Umineko treehouse, and thither did they set off. Clamouring for dango? Could these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. Some matter of code, perhaps, but it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to this tea house and see if we can pick up their trail. Right. I can't... Indeed, I can't imagine Yotsu clamoring for dango. Particularly not with a former enemy. For everything that Yotsu was, she did seem to have her pride. Is this the place? The Gosetsu I knew had little time for tea houses. No wine. Oh. Oops. Did I... That should stay there, please. This is the proprietor of the tea house. Let's find out what she knows. Excuse me, ma'am. But of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you'll ever see, scoffing down dango as if her life depended on it, while the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Far be it from me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl had finally had her fill, they set off in the direction of Shiokaze hostelry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. So Gosetsu makes for Doma. But this woman who travels with him... The more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she can truly be Yotsu. Oh. Is that? Okay, hang on. Can I hide the lock toolbar option? No I can't. Right, so, we're off to Doma? While doubts remain over the identity of Gosetsu's travelling companion, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us away to the pier and make ready to sail. With luck, Alize will already have joined Master Raubahn and Mistress Tataru there. Okay. So, maybe it isn't Yotsu. Who else would it be? Tataru? While we were arranging the provisions, Sorin told me all about his many business ventures. Honestly, his nose for profit puts mine to shame. Apparently, Kyoto did his duty and then promptly excused himself. Couldn't bear another moment under Alize's withering gaze, I expect. I'm assuming he behaved then, Alize? I watched Kyoto meet with his Imperial associate, and I have to say I'm impressed. He has sycophancy down to a fine art. The others all did their part. I am truly blessed to have such dependable comrades. I think we all are, you, Gary. Okay. Sorbonne? Would you be ready for us to set off across the Ruby Sea? Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alize arrived mere moments ago. All went well my end. Kyoto met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way to some new information. It seems the troops who recently arrived in Kugane came directly from Garlemald. The Imperials based here have been kept in the dark. And that's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they picked up Gosetsu's trail. Then your information matches ours. We are quite certain that Gosetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. Well, seems all we need to do is find him first, right? I'm sorry. Did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana at the asking price. Aye, well, we were in some haste, and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here's the contract of sale. Pray see that the man is paid. Alphino? You might want to brace yourself. False beard. You agreed to this? Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. But Alphino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me. Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. I love that Alphino doesn't realize the trouble he's in. No. He should start swimming, but he doesn't know how. First, let us go to the Ruby Price. If Gosetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have seen him. That would make sense. Best way to cook a frog is to turn the water up slowly. Is that the whole thing, like, frogs don't notice, like, gradual changes in temperature? Oh, hello, hello. Why's my mouse moving? Duty already. What is the asking rate? What is the going rate for a priceless weapon, I wonder? And now I know who not to ask. Tataru seemed rather vexed, did she not? Ever the melodramatist. Poor Alphino. I am sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. But I digress. We have work to do. Alphino, I think you might need to learn a little about the value of things. Especially other people's money.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
Right. What? That's... Is that coming from Sakazuki?
What's going on out there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy.
That's not good.
We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can do that. Do you think this means the Confederacy were hiding Gosetsu? Oh. That looks like a problem.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy. But with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless...
Unless Yotsuyu is on that island.
Right.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
Alize has the right of it.
We will help them, while you remain with Raubahn. Arguing will only delay us.
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Are we sure we don't want Alize with
We
her?
may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
I suppose if the boat needs
It shall
protected.
be done.
Thank you, Sorin.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
Alright. Alfno? We'll just have to trust him, won't we? You okay, Alfno? I did it!
An opening. Your defense is lacking. Leave this to me.
Okay. Plenty of Imperials. These look like... Oh, hold up. I forgot my own controls for a moment. Deal with the Magitech first. Oh, I think I need to fix the audio. I think it's a little loud. Okay, rear guard down. Nearly secured the beach. There we go. Now, where's my audio? Down to 40%. All right. Oh. Confederacy seems to be holding their own, but... Wait, is that...
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Those... Okay. Found him.
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles. All forces, attack!
Right. We protect Gosetsu. Sounds like, definitely sounds like they're after Yotsu. That's a problem. Don't need more Magitech here. Come on. Nearly down. That doesn't look good. No detonation for you. Another one? Two of them. Okay. Problem to you, Gary. Their attention on me. Into the sand. Oh. That wasn't what I wanted to do. This isn't great. I don't think I can deal with both of them before they detonate. One. This is gonna be close. Anyone? Come on. Oh, that was cutting it far too close. What is... Saw one of these in Doma Castle. They're tough, but they're not invincible. Oh. Come on. Rooms. Back from the missile. There we go.
The
Any
art
more?
of my forebears.
More foot soldiers. That seems... More Magitech rearguard. 4 of them. Get them all on me. Come on. There are 2 of them. 3. Come on, get that last one over here. Come on. Get over here.
Focus. Release.
Three of them will have to do. Oh, it's too late. I think too late. Oh, you can survive one. That could have gone worse. We're all okay?
Gosetsu, thank the heavens.
Yugiri, my friends. The Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
Oh. We're just glad we found you in time.
The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that.
Possibly.
But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
It is Yotsu.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
Why is Gosetsu... Oops.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Yeah, it would be nice to hear what actually happened.
I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time.
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, aye. And I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Doesn't remember any
Judge
of it.
what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
Yes. Something like this happened in Gyr Abania as well. There had been an Imperial scientist who developed that weapon, that Black Rose was it called? He made himself forget everything. That was... This time was an accident, right? Alphino? As Hansui says, we should move on. It would not do for Yotsu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Right. You really forgotten everything? That's... I really don't know how to feel about that one. But if nothing else, it's good to see you alive and well, Gosetsu. I understand I have the science to thank for my katana's safe return. Samurai's blade is his soul, and no words will suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with mine. Don't worry about it, Gosetsu. If anyone, you should probably be thanking Alphino. He's the one who's thrown himself under the bus to get it back. Everyone's staring at me. You, Gary? Gosetsu lives. All other consideration should pale next to that, and yet... It's not easy. Seeing her acting like nothing's wrong. Gosetsu, thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. And it was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Sorin is, anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. The question. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. Alright. If you say so. Right. It's past time we set sail. I, for one, would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Aye. And the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Coach bear no love for Yotsu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores. Near sorry, but out of the villager's sight. Right. Finally on to Doma. Another time, too. Our path takes us in a different direction. Are we going to that village? They might have Dango. Is she... Really? Let us make haste to the city. Lord Hien must know of this. Right. Well, Sorin, thank you for taking us this far. Here's where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Sorin, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. Of course. I'll try and make the time as soon as I can. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore a smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Alphino? Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Alphino, you didn't even check before you bought it? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Gosetsu's is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would know had you bothered to check the price. What? I had no idea. This business venture of Sorbin's, you will give it fair hearing, I trust. He has been good to us after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. I'll check in with you before long, Sorin. I just have to make sure that what's going on here is resolved. We must meet with Lord Hien as soon as possible. It may happen not at the Enclave. I will send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are fewer prying eyes. If all are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see that the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you are able, and join me on the outskirts of Namai. Of course. I suppose there's a lot of people who don't have good memories of Yotsu. I'd wonder if there's anyone left in Doma who does. You, Gary? All is well? It seems to be. Good. The others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed. Quietly, if you please. Okay. It's been a while. Lord Hien?
My Lord Hien, I am returned.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope. One which I have clung to ever since. Gosetsu! Full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That they are. Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend.
More good news.
Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications.
Complications is one word for it.
Rise, my friend. Tell me everything. The Empire is bold indeed to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
As acting Viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, it will end with her capture, or her death.
Are you a friend too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord.
Right.
Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Soyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl, and listen to Yugiri.
Really? Become like a child again?
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel. If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
This is a difficult conundrum. Thank you for delivering Gosetsu back to us in one piece. We are lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much and more to think upon, but as regards the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you have come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say, and we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who are displaced by the war. Should they so desire it, there is a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lothian, and I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Alze? Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Gosetsu and Yugiri would be back by now. Oh, well, speak of the devil. Forgive me, my lord. Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh? He was here when I arrived. For now we have taken Yotsu to a private chamber, and assigned another to watch over her, my lord. But I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. That does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we would be happy to assist you. Right. Doma's only just getting on his feet again as well. If there's anything we can do to help out, we should be glad for to help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you'll be better able to coordinate our response. Ha! And there I was thinking I was in charge. But you have the right of it. Go on then. I will mind the house. Right. Does seem odd for the captain to just leave like that. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for... Oh, that's a quest. Excuse me. I'm looking for Captain Jifuya. You seek the captain. He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone as it happens. He did not look well, you see. I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him, but I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. Maybe. Excuse me, sir. You haven't seen any sign of Captain Jifuya? Captain Jifuya. He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alizé when she came asking earlier. Is something amiss? Not quite. We're just... Well... cautious. Why not? Just quickly register that while I see it. Ooh. Alizé? I see the trail led you here as well. This man says he saw Jifuya leave. Aye, the captain went outside some few bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I am sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck out after him. I hope they will be alright. Gosetsu too? Seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Sorin. Alphino and I shall hold the fort. Right. It's only one guy we're looking for, after all. Gosetsu and I should be more than enough. Do you wonder, though? What's he... Hello. I'm not here to get in fights. Is the captain unwell? Everyone I spoke to said he didn't seem like he was looking all that great. All the way in Monson, maybe? Oh. Excuse me, sir. Wait. Captain?
Ah! By the Kami! Your Lord Ian! Leave me! Leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
Is everything alright? Alright?
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
Yotsu?
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment.
Oh.
Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her.
That's...
He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her. But I knew she would be popular. And so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of acting Viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became.
That's...
Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
Yeah.
I am in your debt.
Suppose we have to find someone with as little connection to Yotsu as possible to look over
Who
her.
is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu?
You, Gary?
Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
You of all people, you, Gary, I don't expect idle musings from. Forgive me. Now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. Right. Akila? Let's go. Who in Doma has lived a life not impacted by Yotsu? So far, Gosetsu feels like the only person who maybe would be safe enough to be left looking over her. Hold up. Have I only just now realized this? I'm streaming 2 hours early. Brain. Okay, my brain does this thing where sometimes when I look at a 24-hour clock and it says 18, my brain just drops to 1 and thinks it's 8 p.m. No, it's not. That's 6 p.m. I'm early. I'm streaming far too early. Yep. I'm streaming it is 2 hours before I'm supposed to start streaming. Okay. My brain did a dumb. I just kind of looked down. It's kind of like 7. Yeah, it's 7 to 8 p.m. I'm like, hold up a second. That's not right. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm streaming now. Lord Hien, I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. The Jifuya I know has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsu casts a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. It is? What's the plan? While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doma's soil. They're making a move on Doma already. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminis. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way. So we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Sorin, can I count on you? Of course. Yes, my lord. Alize and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe, and I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them and, should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well, we shall depart at once. Do take care. Hopefully this isn't a prelude to an invasion. What of me, my lord? The Empire will be after Yotsu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Sorin and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty. Not a breath of protest. Now I've seen it all. To Castrum Fluminis then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. Right. It's the Castrum, I guess, finds the way to get there. Never a dull moment. Mark to the southwest? Hold up. Hold up. I know this is a distraction, but forgive me. Aquila, you want to come help out? Could always do with some more Centurio seals. I think at this stage I have most of all the... Ooh. What's it? Something, is it the new Allegan gear? I have it here, don't I? Lost Allegan gear. And if I don't have Lost Allegan gear, I have Skaven gear. Skaven. Is it Skaven? I don't know how it's pronounced. Okay. Right. Onto the Castrum. I'm not seeing the Castrum itself. Are the Imperials still present there, or did the Liberation Front secure it? All seems quiet for now, at least. The Enclave does seem to be looking a little more... Hey, what a... Hello, Minnie! You've missed... we've refound Gosetsu again. You also missed me having the realization that I've accidentally started streaming 2 hours early. Because I don't know how time works. Yugiri? Doma is ill-equipped to deal with an aerial offensive. Should the Empire be so minded, the Zayla's flying mounts would be our only hope. Oh, I am indeed. Lord Hian? This area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the Castrum. For a surprise attack, or are we just... I mean, you say still sleeping, but isn't it still like fairly early for you? Oh no, wait, I'm thinking of my other day. I'm thinking of other days. Oh. Is it damaged, or is...
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Yeah, no, I was thinking of the start times of my Wednesday and Thursday streams. But no, it's not too early for these ones, is it?
Who can say?
The Empire sending a...
Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Certainly not how the Empire normally
Then I shall
acts.
go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
Is this a wise idea, Lord Hien?
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
I don't think most people could pull off Ian's beard. Who are...
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
Ambassador Plenipotentiary?
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
Oh, that's...
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it.
Okay.
I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice.
No. This is bigger than I
to
thought.
negotiate peace with Doma.
The Empire wants peace talks?
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
Oh, are you planning to stream tonight, Mooney? Lady Gary, do you think we can trust this guy? Peace. After all they have done, never has the word rung more hollow. You want... Oh, you're playing Okami tonight. We shall escort our guest across the river to the Enclave. You, Gary, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Okay. Is the Empire really ready to change its tune? Part of me feels like it's too much to hope for. Nothing I've seen in Eorzea or here has suggested it would... something like this would be happening. Is this just a coincidence that of all people it's Yotsu's brother? Such scenes of devastation greeted us on our journey here. The bitter wages of war. At least you can understand it. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Right. I wonder how the people are going to feel about Imperials suddenly walking through the Enclave. Excuse me, sir? I'll be making my way there myself. Oh, hold up. Aethernet shard. I didn't have these last time I was here. Oh, it does look like things are starting to get put back together. What is that? An aephorite. I'll be with you in just a moment, my lord. Oh, you're Knack. Hello, Knack. Lord Hien? There you are, Sorin. So, first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the meantime. Oh, in the time. We even have an aephorite now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. Oh, already done, sir. Start with the chat. I like my... no, to be fair, that's not even a pun, that's just a... Yeah. And yeah, I understand touchscreen keyboards are painful. This is why I'm so glad I've got a Bluetooth keyboard for my phone. Things are definitely starting to look up here, sir. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. This morning. She's got you there, Nam. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alize will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. Of course. If it's helpful. And I have to say I'm interested in seeing what the Empire have to say for themselves. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kienkan. Guards will see you in. Hello, sir. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? If you please. You gonna put into work to restore the dome? Possibly. It's just figuring out when I do it.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
It feels to me like a similar situation to the Beast Tribes, because I want to do the Beast Tribe quests with Sorin, but it's... Where do I fit them in?
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
Are they not giving any of us cushions to sit on?
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
This sounds a little too good to be true.
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
You calling Gyr a pleb, Mooney? Really? That is...
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat.
That is one point of commonality I guess we have.
On the condition that Doma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
That sounds...
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
You could say that. Yeah. My tactic for the Doma Enclave was I just saved up all my... the Allagan thingies you get. The silver Allagan pieces. And I'm still working my way through my collection. Trading them into the Enclave?
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Ala Mhigo, the bitter fruit of Qalyana oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history.
Is the Empire really acknowledging that?
My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in Imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear.
I suppose I can... It's not a far stretch to believe that there was a faction in the Empire that did want peace. Why the Emperor's sudden change of heart? Unless their losses in Ala Mhigo and Doma have forced them to reconsider.
Alas, There is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
The Empire isn't as united a front as they seem.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
I wonder if that's the real goal here.
What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Doma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Ugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
Is this...
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Is this actually a step towards peace? Looking at them, only one of them actually seems to be a Garlean. Which I suppose makes sense that those looking for peace wouldn't be Garlean themselves. Lord Hien? What do you think of all that? Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate a retrieval? Perhaps, but I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsu may have been acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you're well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me like I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. only to calm me know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. Oh. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Sorin. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Right. I'll leave the negotiation table to you then. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sagazuki. I'll go on and keep Alize company. We are safe enough for now. Okay. I know politics is definitely somewhere you're safe, Alphino. Right. Chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Sorin. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head. And I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So, we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Hello. What indeed? Oh, with Doma in the situation it is, I'm sure there's something we can do to help out while we wait. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Oh. Sorin, a moment if you would. Yugiri? Asahi? Ah, Yugiri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Sorin? A business? No. A pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed Slayer of Gods and Champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. Yugiri, what do you think? The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? Well, I see no reason to refuse. In that case, I'll join you as well. There's naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn about the current state of Doma. It's got like 7 badge. Oh, you're right. I hadn't noticed it was asymmetrical before. I thought it had just been a pattern. What is it? Is that like a sign of rank or something? Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well. If you will follow me. Right. No, yeah, about what's become of Doma Castle. House of the Fierce is probably the best place to head. See, I think it is likely to be more rank, if anything. If it was, like, medals of accomplishment, medals like that I think tend to have, like, distinct appearances. But Asahi's all looked like just identical little emblems. So I imagine it's more kind of a numerical tracker of something. Everything okay, Hugo? Would that something could be done about these mechanical soldiers. Yeah, I imagine it's possibly something like that. I'd never noticed it until you pointed it out. But the fact as well it's there, like, I feel that has to be deliberate, so there must be some meaning behind it. Nay, could this truly be Monzen, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I had heard that Yotsu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult. Once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. The way he speaks, I wonder... I don't know if I trust the Empire, but... Asahi himself... seems to be genuine. But I wouldn't pass the Empire to use someone with genuine feelings for their own motivations. It is a travesty. A travesty! I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Nama is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Right. I suppose if we're with him, the people might not be too worried. It hasn't been that long. Part of me's a little hesitant to show a Garlean ambassador around, am I? It has been some time since I last visited Namai. Yet Issei often visits the Enclave with Yonazami, so we do not want for news from the village. Shall we set off? Ready to cast off. Off we go.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Oh. That sounds like trouble.
Someone's in trouble.
11? Eh? Wrong screen. Oh, wrong screen. There's a caution.
Are you alright?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
What are you doing this far into Doma?
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
And there's only one way this goes. Oh no, I'm probably playing FF on as a... Fair enough. Right.
Away with you!
It is nothing.
Doing something related to Rama, then? You're speaking of Levin? Here we go. No.
Leave this to me.
Oh.
No quarter!
Just trying to get the A for some. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Levin is a... I'm not quite sure he had a moment Jover, but it's like an old term for... Oh! Stack marker. Okay, gotta protect these, say. Okay. No, you don't.
The art of my forebears.
You stay away from them. He would just samurai to say
Taste my steel!
I like my DPS. Just trying to remember my hot bar for samurai. It's been a while. Is that us? Seem to be clear.
That seems to be the last of them.
What was all that about?
You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
Honestly, it doesn't seem too bad.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
We were actually on our way to Namai. That's assuming Asahi is still interested in visiting.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuya.
You owe me a dinner.
If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances.
You can't blame her for being suspicious.
You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
He does have a point. Yeah.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
I suppose, but that change came about through regicide. Not something I imagine many Imperials would be willing to partake in. Yeah, no, of course, yeah, not Yahtzee. Yugiri's job is to be suspicious. But if nothing else, thanks for helping out there. Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me the chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. Yeah, I suppose I have killed my fair share of Imperial soldiers. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namai? He seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove to be a distraction. At least he's understanding enough to realize that. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Okay. I guess it's back to the Enclave. Could a peace with the Empire really be possible, though? So I wonder what that means for Eorzea as well. And how easily will the people there accept it? Suppose if it works in Doma, it could probably work in Eorzea. Eorzea's fought against the Empire, but it's not like they've ruled over us for a quarter of a century. Maybe the hatred in Eorzea isn't quite as deep-rooted as it is here. I suppose the exception, of course, being Ala Mhigo. Alize, everything okay? Did you see the sincerity in his eyes when he spoke of his army? I feel strange saying this, but what if he truly has come to sue for peace? Yeah. I'm still not sure about the Empire's motives in sending him, but Asahi himself, I think, more and more I feel is genuinely here for good reason. I trust you will inform Lord Hien of our encounter with the Red Kojin. If we are to deter them from encroaching on Yansha, our response must be swift and decisive. That's a point as well. If the Red Kojin are starting to attack people inland. That could become a problem. I understand you served as the ambassador's escort. My thanks. Well, you, Gary? How are you feeling about all this? Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray, go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we'd best not keep him waiting. Right. Alphino, all done with your politicking? Feeling refreshed, I trust. We have considered the ramifications of this proposal from every angle, and I believe Lord Hien has reached a decision. Well, I'm sure Asahi will be glad to hear that. What is the answer? Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yansha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us how it all unfolded. Well, there you have it. The wolf beast. Oh yeah, well, I think that's just Hakuro. Hakuro is huge. I think like the other Lupin are much like they are more like closer to normal cure height. The Red Kojin. Here. Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yansha, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I'm indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I don't trust the Empire that sent him, but Asahi himself, I think we might be able to trust him. Oh, how I would love to believe that. An ally within the Empire could change everything. It could give us a real chance at peace. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game. For now, at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. Which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of Aether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Oh, the Thanksgiving, the leftover fridge. I mean, I've never seen it. And I imagine it's not similar to our family's fridge after Christmas dinner. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of Aether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they want to collect. Excuse me? For this I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunshin and his people, and with their support, I'm quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. Holiday leftovers are good. We tend to, for Christmas, we tend to, I at least, like, we have gammon rather than turkey. Well, the family still cooks turkey, but I'm there for the gammon. I don't care for turkey too much. But the leftover gammon makes such nice sandwiches. for like the next week afterwards. Especially we cook the gammon in Coca-Cola rather than in water, which makes it really tender. And what are the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what matter of business? A past mistake which I would see put right. One which has weighed heavy on my mind. Lord Hien? You brought Yotsu to the Enclave? And
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company.
Right. Lord Hien?
The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Will Asahi accept those terms?
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
I suppose we'll find out. Lord Hien?
Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you?
In what way?
His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade.
He didn't seem to be doing too well at the Battle of Sakazuki.
Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
And hopefully, that future starts now. I had no idea Yotsu's return weighed so heavily on Lord Hien's mind. Given everything she did to his country and his people, I can't say I'm too surprised. With Yotsu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask you stay a while longer to see this business through. Of course.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
Right.
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Is it good for her to be eating that much though? Oh, wait, I feel I missed a joke. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. Oh, well, looks like the wait's over. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but Never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her conditions were just that, but alas, it is as you say. So, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yansha. This will take time, of course. Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kushan and their icon. Oh, yeah, it is. I suppose even if you're not allowed to, it's not something you should be doing. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Kushan sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. But please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kushan is the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kushan, or indeed the Empire. The other thing is she's an adult, so she... Yeah, I mean, you can't stop someone from making bad decisions. Yeah, that's the thing I always say. Like, there are a lot of things that I believe are wrong, but it's not my choice to say people aren't allowed to make wrong decisions. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Well, that all seemed to go fairly well. Gorset, as before, I leave Yotsu to you. So if her memories don't return, it'll really be okay taking her back as a citizen of Doma? I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. Right. That's it. That's it. On the topic of it, I'm in no position to be telling people to be criticizing other people's diets. Because mine kind of doesn't exist a lot of the time. Asi? If my dear sister's memory does not return, I pray you will take good care of her. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off. Right. I'm streaming right now. I can't eat. Well, to be fair, I did eat today. I had some spaghetti carbonara just before I started streaming. And then a spoonful of honey.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Well, I don't feel I did all that much, but... Assi?
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
The hell? Time. This is... Doma? That's the captain.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Wait, is it not? He looks very similar.
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
That was...
What in the...
Xenos.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
That's... No. This is... This is the past. It's already happened. I can't do anything. That's...
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Qalyana hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Qalyana.
This was during the uprising.
King of the former king of Doma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
That's...
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary, and jeopardize the newfound peace between Doma and the Empire.
Don't fall for it.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
He's...
I will cherish this moment. Lock it away within my heart. Until the day we meet again.
Spoilers. I really have him that wrong? Was everything he was doing an act? Anyone who thinks that highly of Xenos is... either they really don't know Xenos, or there's something wrong with them. But the deal is still being struck. Do I speak up about this, or... Lord Hien, That's,
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Well... I'm beginning to have my doubts, sir, if I'm honest.
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos.
Yeah.
My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
I suppose we're...
My lord.
Our choices are a bit limited.
I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Don't know if I would want to be liked by a guy like that, though. By someone who likes Xenos. It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? I suppose, well, that's... Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. Yeah, that is what, like, he would have followers just for his rank. The type of people who think kind of, oh, if I can get Xenos to like me, then I'll... No, I think there are less people who follow him purely for who he is. I think the only two that come to mind are Fordola and Asahi. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, 'tis possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around a man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. Of course. Well, hopefully my presence doesn't do anything to jeopardize it. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part. Either to defend Doma, or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, it may happen to be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt defeat alone. To Kugane then. Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. Right. I suppose Alphino has other business with Tataru as well. Lord Hien? If what you saw of the ambassador is an indication of his true nature, this prisoner exchange may not be what it seems. In fact, I am beginning to wonder if your encounter with the Red Kojin was more than mere happenstance. There was a point we never found out who might have been hiring the Kojin. If it was the Empire itself. That's just theorizing. I guess at this stage we'll find the answers out when it comes time for the exchange. Excuse me, sir. Alphino? Spoken to you, Tataru, yet? Since we have naught else to attend to for the moment, perhaps this would be a good opportunity to look into the present state of Garlemald. Though I should probably speak with Tataru first. Perhaps. Welcome back, Sorin. We heard the good news about Gosetsu. I knew you'd find him. Well, my, it seems you're all in quite a predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you'll be the first to know of it. Yeah, you had brought it up in the FC Discord recently, hadn't you? Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that. I wish to apologize, Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, and I'm sure it won't come to that. If Sorin's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Sorin should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Wait, this is on me now? Forgive me, Sorin. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I'll pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value. Knowledge... Oh, do I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value? Knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions formed within the Empire. And mayhap Riol and his sub-associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien has the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game. For now. Right. Bending may mean strike. What will I pick up? Item level 370. I don't know. I think I've got better gear than all those. I was hoping aiming would maybe be a reward. Oh. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Boom, boom. Right, well, until the prisoner exchange then. I guess I should be off to start looking at this job of Sorin's. I think after everything I can take a little break. How about return home? See what's going on in Limsa these days. I think starting early does give me a bit of a chance to squeeze something at the end here to prepare for tomorrow's stream. Right. That looks like some gossip. Hello, sir. Oh, good sir! Oh, good sir! You can spare a moment, yes? Of course you can! You see, I've just witnessed a performance most marvelous. I simply must tell someone about it. Oh, what sort of performance, you ask? Oh, why none other than a troupe of travelling dancers hailing from Raubahn, across the sea. I dare say their bold, exotically beautiful motions are like nothing our realm has ever seen. Adventurers like you are always on the lookout for stimulating new experiences, are you not? You simply must witness this spectacle for yourself. Just follow this road towards the convent of the Dutiful Sisters, and you'll run smack dab into the stage they've set up in the square. Oh. Right. Well, that sounds like something. Nothing like watching a performance to relax, I guess. After all that in Doma. There's something to forget that stare Asa he gave me. Hello there. Is I was told about a performance down here? Greetings, traveller. Come to see our little show, have you? On behalf of Troop Falcion, I welcome you. My troopmates are seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Don't wander too far. The curtain will be rising any minute now. That's metaphorical, isn't it? It's been quite some time since we brought our art to these shores. Or so our fearless leader tells us. I've been practicing day and night ever since we arrived to bring you and your countrymen the performance of a lifetime. Oh, right, well, I guess I can wait out for a bit. Hoping it doesn't start raining, though. Well, I've got my umbrella. Doesn't look like I needed it, though. Seems they've got quite a crowd gathered. So close and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Raubahn across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent Troop Falcium. Today we have prepared a sumptuous feast for your eyes and ears. Let the soaring melodies and the stirring, striking steps of our dancers reach your heart and spirit you away to a distant world. Well, they're certainly hyping it up. If that Rogan I met back near the Aphrodite Plaza is thoughts or anything to go on. Let's see. She was the dancer. The side eye to Lalafell gives who I assume is her husband. Just the one dancer? What are... Those are like blades. You know, yeah, it's a little awkward to get decent looking dancer glams for male characters. Yes, just so, Rana. Betray not your trembling heart. Dance your dance to the last, and let them fall under your spell. What was that? Oh, my apologies. I did not mean to intrude upon your experience. Pray ignore my mutterings and enjoy the girl's performance. She's trained quite hard for this day after all. Can I help you? I must say, you carry yourself with a certain grace, don't you? But do excuse me, I forget myself. A certain grace? Oh, is it over already? I didn't see half of it, but yeah, well done. Bravo. Hello. Forgive me for not having properly introduced myself. I am Nashmera, principal dancer and leader of Troop Falcium. Arana, the girl whose performance you're admiring, is my #1 student and protege. This may seem a bit forward, but pray tell, have you ever harbored aspirations of stepping on stage? Of losing yourself in a whirlwind of music and motion, and enchanting your audience with your every movement? Well, I suppose as a kid, like, everyone at some point I feel admires people on stage, but I don't... Forgive me. I know this is all quite sudden, and yet I could not help myself. From the first moment I laid eyes on you, I saw... How can I put it? A poise that could only be honed on the field of battle. I have seen my fair share of battlefields, I guess. Yes, there's no doubt in my mind. You would make a fine dancer. I'm sorry, Mom, you've lost me a little. Is there a correlation there? I see you're confused, and for good reason. Allow me to explain. There are forms of dance meant merely to grace a stage. And then there is the art of troop falcium. We dance the Kriegsdance, a dance of war so ancient it is said to predate even the founding of our city. A dance of war? Our dancers train primarily in two techniques, each with applications both ornamental and martial. For one, we are proficient in tossing throwing weapons which are the most dazzling to the eyes, and even more damaging to any unfortunate foes they strike. So those are weapons. The second is, of course, dancing itself. Perhaps you've already felt it, but it is believed that there are mystical powers to our movements, which can serve to heighten senses, lift spirits, and drive weakness and worry from people's hearts. The people of Eorzea have done well to rebuild this realm in the Calamity's wake, yet there are still scars that go unhealed, and the spectre of war still looms large over the land. If our art of dance might serve in some small way to ease worries and fears, and offer succor to the hearts of Eorzeans far and wide, nothing would bring our humble troop greater honour, and so I decide to lead Troop Falcium on a tour of this realm. There is, however, a bit of a rub. We have come with only two dancers, Rana and myself, and I am still nursing an injury I suffered on the voyage over. My protege is a talented one, but I could hardly ask her to bear the burden of tour alone, and so I felt compelled to reach out to you. I can assure you that the arrangement would be to our mutual benefit. Should you offer us your aid, I will personally instruct you in the art of the Kriegsdance, an art that will avail you not only on the stage, but on the field of battle as well. Worry not, I will not force you to rush your decision. We must begin rehearsal for our next performance. Do give some thought to my offer, and seek me out again should you be so inclined. That's... an art to heal the mind and soul. I have practiced, like, practical healing magic. Like he says, any skills I can pick up are useful. Why not? It's an adventure after all, and when you come down to it, I am an adventurer. You return, friend. Have you taken time to think over my offer? Well, if you would have me. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm willing to try. Splendid. And to tell the truth, I had feared your answer would be no, but fortune smiles upon Troop Falcium today. As principal dancer and company leader, allow me to officially welcome you to our ranks. Wait, don't tell me. Nashmira has handpicked you to join our troop and become a dancer? Is Rana right or is Rana right? Well, Rana's right. I knew it. I haven't been doing this for as long as Mistress Nashmira, but even I can see that your poisoned posture is anything but ordinary. But don't get your hopes up too high. You're gonna have to work your arse off to outshine Ala Mhigo. Let it suffice to say that I'll be watching both of your careers with great interest. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even asked my student his name. Sorin Sherwood, ma'am. An elegant name indeed. Very well then, Sorin. This is for you. This crystal houses the amassed knowledge and memories of generations of our forebears. The butterflies of the battlefield who have fluttered their way into history and legend. Take it and treasure it. And of course, you'll also be needing a change of clothes. Here, this outfit should do. Go ahead, put it on. You'll be amazed at the freedom of movement the plant fabric affords you. Doo-doo. I was a bit torn with trying to figure out what range DPS to have Sorin take on, because I want to make sure he has one for the role quests later in the game. I think Dancer works, and it means I don't have to level up from level 1 again. There's the soft zippers attire. But Not going the American way. Yeah, no, yeah, Sorin, I don't... Yeah, I can't see Sorin going with firearms, was the other one. I feel Bard would most suit him, but I also can't see as much reason for him returning, like, to Gridania and going to a new guild. And yeah, that dancer story I think works best for Sorin in kind of being, he's been asked to do something. He struggles a little bit to say no when someone's asking him for help. But I'm going to finish there for today. Or should I do the first dancer quest? Maybe I should do the first one. Or should I? Decisions. Aren't you leveling up everything? Oh no, I'm not planning to level up everything. My plan was to have one of each rule. So I've got caster, I've got healer, I've got melee DPS. So now I'm working on... I wanted to get range DPS finished up before Shadowbringers starts. There are some I was kind of tempted to do. Part of me wants to do Dark Knight with Sorin, just because the Dark Knight story is such a good one. It's just trying to think of right reasons for Sorin to do it. I suppose Dark Knight does have a setup that might work. You've got me thinking about it now. Let's see. Oh. Right. Oh. Oh, it's down there. It's the chakrams. Oh. So that's a new set. Move set up. Okay, the starting set at least isn't too bad. Works well enough. Gauges though, those need moved. They're in the wrong place. Nope, I need the step gauge. Bring that down here. Yeah, I think... Is that... Oh no, it's a little off. Good old HUD layouts. Oh. Is there a... There's no skill reward, so... Yeah, do I leave it? I'm doing such. Yeah, well, I think it's especially because on my main account, like with Joseph, I have played through all the role quests, and I think they're the role quests are important. Hold up. Why mouse? Why are you not letting me right click on my skills? Oh yeah, I've locked the bar, of course. Yeah, I can see Seri more easily picking up firearms in Dark Knight. I think I was there for the dark, or did I just retroactively go back and watch them? Okay. You just need to arrange all my... Yeah, you know what? I'll finish up here. And then I have, I suppose, the next 24... Well, just under 24 hours to get from 60 to 70. Because, yeah. So tomorrow's stream will then be the Dancer quests. Which generally role quests are a bit of a shorter streams than usual. But then I'll be following up the dancer quests with the 4 lords, and once the 4 lords are finished, it will be... Yeah, 11 up. Yeah, I think, yeah, you definitely mentioned ninja because you talk about you really liked the glam you had for her ninja. Yeah, so after the 4 lords content, that will be me back to the MSQ, and I don't think there's any other major side content to look at. Oh, the next stream is going to be the dancer quests. Between now and then, my goal will be to get from level 60 to level 70, so I can do them all in one stream. But where's my closing angle? We can have the big lighthouse crystal thing. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm planning to do more Final Fantasy, because I was going to do another, it was going to be another Parasocial stream. But yeah, tomorrow's stream is going to be Final Fantasy. And then I'll be, what's going to, oh, I have to consider, like, I haven't actually thought yet about what's going to take over Parasocial. I wonder... I've got the two other games that you've sponsored, Mooney. The Bunny Graveyard and Amanda the Adventurer. I need reasons to avoid. No, I don't need to find reasons for Parasocial. I have the reason to avoid Parasocial. It's the fact it genuinely makes me paranoid in real life. It's a great game. It does what it's supposed to do really well. But again, I think I kind of mentioned it the last stream, but when I was streaming Parasocial, but I have a policy when it comes to horror games that if at any point I find that I can't step away from it and leave the fear in the game, if that's following me out into my own life, then no, I feel that's not a healthy game for me to play. So like most games like Amnesia I find really scary when I'm actually playing it, but I don't find I have any fear of monsters or something like following me out into real life. But like Parasocial, like at the moment, like I'm here in real life, like I'm hearing noises kind of like coming from outside my door. Even if they're just general noises, like someone in one downstairs apartment going downstairs, my brain's kind of, I feel tense. It's like, I've got that new phobia unlocked. But yeah. So yeah, it'll either be Amanda the Adventurer or The Bunny Graveyard will be coming on next week. I'll be continuing Catherine and Sorin's Journey as well. But that will, yeah. The only certain plan I have is Sorin's Journey, Dancer Story Quests 60 to 70. That's tomorrow. Then tomorrow, yeah. Then I'll... What have I done? What do you mean, what have you done? I think those are the only ones. I have other games lined up, but given that Mooney was so kind to sponsor some streams, I feel I should give those priority. So, yeah. Otherwise, all things as usual, you can follow me on Twitch, you can subscribe on YouTube if you want to see more. But regardless of what you do, thank you so much for coming along, I really hope you enjoyed. And until the next time I see you, I hope you have a good evening, have a good night, and until the next stream, goodbye.